I'm Mike with Swampfox Optics. Tonight I'm going to show you guys how to do a box test to check the turret tracking in your scope. I'll be using a Swampfox Tomahawk 1:8 low power variable scope. It's a really easy test to do. All you need is a decent scope, a good mount, have it well sighted in on your rifle, and you want to shoot from supported. This is not something that I'm going to do standing up because I'm not testing how good a shot I am. I'm testing the physical performance of the scope turrets themselves. So I'll be shooting off of a rear bag and a front bipod and keeping the rifle just as supported and still as I possibly can and shooting for tight groups. The only other thing that you really need is about 25 rounds of quality ammunition and a little bit of time, so it's not that hard. You guys are going to like this, come on. I'm using a 1-inch sighter target today. These are really easy to get a hold of. You can get them at the gun store, you can get them online, really easy to come by. Each one of these diamonds is 1 inch in measurement. From the center of the left side diamonds to the right side diamonds is 7 inches in distance. And from the top diamonds to the bottom diamonds is 11 inches in distance. What I'm going to do for a box test is I'm going to shoot a group down here at the lower left diamond, and then that's going to be my consistent point of aim for every group that I shoot. But I'm going to change my elevation settings on the scope to go 11 inches up and shoot a group, 7 inches across and shoot a group, 11 inches down and shoot a group, and then 7 inches back across and shoot one more group. And if the scope performs correctly, my last group will be in the same place as my first group. My target today is set 50 yards away, and that's for 3 reasons. First of all, it gives me, an average shot, the best opportunity to shoot tight groups for you guys. And that way I can't blame any error on, hey, it's a loose group, so haha. The other thing is that this scope itself is set for a 50-yard zero. The BDC reticle in the Tomahawk 1:8, we incorporated a 50-200 battle sight zero into that reticle, and so sighting it in at 50 and having it 0 to 50 is in fact correct for this scope. The last reason is that I'll have to make twice as many adjustments to move one MOA at 50 yards as I would at 100 yards. So that gives the scope's turrets twice as much opportunity to display any error that might be built into them. Let's find out how they stack up, right? I'm about to shoot my first 5 shots. Okay, first 5 shots at the lower left-hand diamond. Let's see how she groups. That'll work. Okay, here's my first group, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 3 that are in this top right corner of the orange diamond, but they're all pretty much inside 1 inch and zeroed in. That's about as good as I can shoot. So now I need to come up, which will be 11 inches or 22 MOA. And I'm still going to use this as my point of aim. I'm going to aim here. Hopefully I'm going to hit here. Okay, as stated, I need to go 22 MOA. There's 21 and 2. Yeah, that's it. 22 MOA. Group 2, commence firing. Alright, ceasefire. Okay, here's my second group. As you can see, we tracked up very nicely. Right as predicted, we're in the top diamond. It's a little bit high, but I was also a little bit high down here. One thing that I'm really happy with so far is that I didn't get any unintentional windage drift. I only moved my elevation turret, so I only want an elevation change. A lot of cheap scopes with crappy turrets, you move your elevation turret and they track left, or they track right just a little bit. So the fact that it tracked straight up is exactly what we're hoping for. Now it's time to come across 7 inches or 14 MOA. Let's do it. Okay, it's windage knob adjustment time. I want to go 7 inches or 14 MOA to the right. Right is counterclockwise. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 minutes of angle to the right. Okay, here we are at the point of maximum deviation. This is group 3. Okay, group 3, I put the camera closer to the target so we can look at the groups a little bit better. Yeah, I'm just underneath the white line here at the top of the diamond, a little bit to the top left here, and we tracked over just a little bit to the top left here. Every time I shoot what I think is going to be a glorious 5 rounds through one whole group, what happens? I get excited and I throw one. So if you're like that, then you're a shooter like me. So hopefully you shoot better than I do, but that's about as good as I can do. 4 really good ones and 1 whoops. Now it's time to return back to our original 0 in terms of elevation and shoot group 4. Okay, because I have done my 0 resettable turrets, which is another video you can see on our Swampfox YouTube page, now I don't have to do any math to go back down to my original 0. I went up this way to go up, so now I'm going to come back down, back to my 0, and that should get me back to where I want to be in terms of elevation. Easy peasy. I've made my turret adjustment and now it's time to shoot group 4. All right. Okay, group 1, 2, 3, 4. The planets aligned and I finally got some nice and square in the middle of that diamond. Got 1 on the edge here, 1 on that top left edge there, and 3 through one hole. Pretty happy with that. Obviously, again, we tracked pretty much straight down. No deviation and windage when we moved our elevation turret. 22 MOA is a lot of adjustments, so I'm pretty happy with that, but the proof's in the pudding. Are we gonna track over left when we turn our windage to 0? Ideally, I want the last 5 rounds to stack up in that orange diamond and return exactly to 0. Will the Tomahawk do it? Let's find out. Okay, it's time to reset my windage. I was 14 MOA to the right. Turn back to 0 and make sure that the 0 is lined up with the indication on the scope body exactly. Now the rifle should be back to its original 0. The sun is going down, but I'm not going to turn on the illumination. I can still see just fine. There's plenty of light coming through this scope. These are my last 5 rounds of the day, and I'm hoping that they will impact the same place as my first 5 rounds. Let's do it. Come on, Tomahawk. Oh yeah. Yep, now I gotta do my job. Don't get excited. Last shot, come on, Mike. Woo! That was way too exciting. You're gonna see why. Woohoo! I'm really happy with this group 5. All 5 shots are in the orange. The Swampfox Tomahawk tracked right back to 0 just like we hoped it would. I want to give a shout out to Hornady for their excellent 75 grain black ammo, which is what I've been shooting today, and Ballistic Advantage is the barrel in my AR build. Man, that is a heck of a barrel. Guys, this is about as good as I can shoot. I'm not Carlos Hathcock. I know this is 50 yards and not 100 yards, but I'm super happy with this. This is exactly what I was hoping for, and I had a great time out at the range today. I hope you guys do too. Thanks for watching. Go out there and seize your freedom. Get yourself a Swampfox Tomahawk. You're gonna like it. Hey, look how I did. Can I put it on the refrigerator door?
Yes, dear.